And welcome to another one of my live stream lectures. And before we get started, I just want to take a moment to thank all of my supporters and everyone for supporting my channel. So with that being said, let's get on down to today's lecture, which is actually, this is going to be a reminder in terms of mark your calendar for my upcoming very important live stream lecture I'm going to do on June the 24th. At 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that topic is going to be, I'm going to give a lot of insight on many things I do behind the scene to grow my channel. And also this lecture is going to be about the importance of marketing your YouTube channel as a content creator. And I tell anybody, any kind of business you have, it's always good to market your product, your service, and your brand in order to see growth in all areas: exposure, financial growth, increase, get your return on your investment. My YouTube channel has been monetized going on 3 years, and I have always used and embraced the business model. Although I fully retired September 2023, but I still generate revenue under my company, Paris and Associates Resource Center. That is, actually, I didn't realize my company was this old, but my company is 24 years old strong, people. And I've always used my credential as a licensed clinical addiction expert to generate and make money under my own company and my brand and my credentials simultaneously while working in the workforce, bottom line. And I market my company, my product, my service, my brand, 24 plus years, and I'm telling you, you can definitely see the return on your investment. I can make as much money, as little money as I want under my credential, because I maintain all of my professional credential as a licensed clinical addiction expert. Prior to me retiring, I was on top of my game, people, and I worked long and hard to have every credential confer at the master's degree level. I'm credentialed at the national level. I'm credentialed in 3 different states, in the state of North Carolina, in the state of Georgia, in the state of Virginia, and I'm also qualified at the national level to do what I do as an expert. And it's a powerful thing to, to be in control of your own financial destiny and to market that. I recently relocated in the state of Georgia, March of this year. I was in Florida for about 1.5 years. After I retired, the hurricanes weren't working for me. So now I'm establishing, my brand was already established in Georgia anyway, because I used to live in Georgia at one point during my career for about 17 years when I provided a lot of clinical services under my company. So I'm basically just still doing marketing. Marketing is very important. And I'm telling you, it's a powerful thing when you're seen as an expert in providing these services for a fee. I don't do nothing for free because I work hard to get my credentials, and I have to maintain those credentials. I have to maintain professional liability insurance in the amount of $3 million. So all of it would make sense, business sense. So I'm going to charge for my services, and I'm going to market my services. I'm going to market my brand. I'm going to market even my YouTube channel as a content creator. When I do these relational live stream lectures, I've been doing these specific relational live stream lectures for about 3, maybe 4 years, and I will spend about a couple of months marketing a particular lecture, the one I'm gonna do on June 24th. June 24th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mark your calendar, because you don't want to miss that one. I'm gonna dive deep, and I'm gonna share with the audience many things I've done. My channel will be 5 years old June 5th. Many things that I've done to push my YouTube channel into a whole nother stratosphere. August of 2024, my channel became eligible for major brand deals, and I tell any content creator, for the ones who are monetized, and if you got brand deals, when your channel start getting brand deals, What that means, rural, is companies and corporations go into a contractual agreement with that content creator to pay that content creator money to run their product, services, and brands across their channel. And that's where you really begin to see the return on your investments in terms of your YouTube checks on a monthly basis. You know, yeah, you make money from other ways as a content creator in terms of ad revenue, super chats, membership. Yeah, you get a little bit of money on that end. But you, from a strategy standpoint, and a business standpoint, as a content creator, you really begin to see significant money when you start entering into those contractual agreements with different companies that are going to pay that content creator money to run their product and services and brands across that channel. August of 2024, my channel met all of the criteria to be in that stratosphere, and that took a lot of work. That took a lot of work behind the scene, because at that point, I believe August of 2024, my channel had been monetized. You know, August of 2024, I had well over 300,000 subscribers. So I worked hard behind the scene to meet those criterias for brand deals. You don't just wake up one day as a content creator and think a company is going to drop you brand deals. No, you got to do the footwork behind the scene. You got to do the blood and the sacrifice. And I still function at a high level now than ever before. And I'm going to go dove deep into detail on that lecture on June the 24th on many of the things I do on a daily basis, or hourly basis, a weekly basis, a monthly basis, to continue to push and cultivate my channel in all areas. Rather it's brand deals, rather it's ad revenue, rather it's increasing my YouTube check, rather it's membership, rather it's subscribers. My channel pushing close to 400,000 subscribers, people. And I'm going to tell you something, and I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. No, it took me doing the footwork. It took me being laser focused. It took me keeping God first. It took me being internally driven, people, on a daily basis, on an hourly basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, to continue to push my channel into a whole nother stratosphere. And there are many things I do on a daily basis, on an hourly basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, to continue to push my channel into this stratosphere. And if you want to find out specifically on all of these various things that I've been doing since day one, because my channel almost 5 years old, mark your calendar. Mark your doggone calendar for June 24th. At 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because Marie Holiday is going to be ready to get down to business. Real talk. And that's what it's about right there. And marketing plays a big role. You got to forever market. I'm always marketing my company, Paris and Associates Resource Center. I'm always marketing my book, Awake Financial Freedom. I'm going to always market my other products and services as a brand under my company. I'm going to always market my YouTube channel. Marketing does not stop, people. It does not stop. And there's various forms of marketing. You know, I paid my publishing company a truckload of money to create my video trailer for my book. There's 2 different video trailers for my books: ongoing marketing, postcards, business cards, social media, word of mouth, networking. It never ends. It never ends, because the more money YouTube paid advertising. I spend a lot of money on YouTube paid advertising to market my company, Paris and Associates Resource Center, my primary services. I do the DOT, return to duty process evaluations. I do professional business coaching for folks who want to hire me to develop their strategic business plan. I'm going to spend money to market my company, to market my book, to market my YouTube channel, certain videos on my channel. And all of the money I spend on marketing is a 100% business write-off, people. Marketing should never stop. Like I said, my company, Paris and Associates Resource Center, 25 plus years strong. And I remember at one point when I was providing services under my company, Paris and Associates Resource Center, I was getting so many referrals, I told folks to stop sending me referrals, because at that time I was heavy in the workforce. Don't send me no more referrals, because I'm only going to do a certain amount of evaluations under my company per week, which was only 1. because I didn't want to spread myself too thin, but that's just an example of how when you market, to cultivate and to develop and to nurture your product, your service, your brand, your business, your YouTube channel, meaning you got to spend money, people. Everything can't be free. Everything can't be free. If you want to begin to see the return on your investments, on your product, your service, your brand, your business, your YouTube channel, your book, it don't matter. You got to be willing to invest into ongoing marketing, and it never stops. It never stops. All of that money you spend on marketing, you're gonna get the return on your investment. In addition to that, it's all a 100% business write-off. Bottom line. So that's why I tell people, especially if you're a content creator, invest some money into Google, YouTube paid advertising to promote your YouTube channel, to promote certain videos, to promote other product and services and brand, and all the money you spend would be a 100% business write-off. And when you spend that money marketing, rather it's a YouTube video or rather it's your product or your service or your brand, make sure you got the goods to deliver. Make sure you got the goods to deliver. Rather, if you're promoting your YouTube channel, make sure your YouTube channel is of topics of substance, inspire, motivation, uplifting type published content. Or if you're marketing your business, make sure you deliver the service in regards to whatever that business is. Make sure you have professional ethics and integrity, because I'm telling you, your reputation in any kind of business will precede or follow you. Real talk. Your reputation and integrity will proceed or follow you. There was a powerful contract I had 17 years ago under my company, and I went through the strategic process to re-enter a new contract with that stakeholder who remembered me way back then when I used to live in Georgia, well over 17 years ago, and I relocated back out here in March of this year. And it's one of the top people in that organization immediately knew who I was, because way back then when I had a contract with that stakeholder in terms of doing those DOT evaluations, they still got that file on me. I had to do a lot of stuff to update, to renew that contract. When she spoke to me on the phone, she immediately remembered my professional ethics, my integrity. I was on top of my game in terms of the field of addiction, got the credentials to back them up. And I'm telling you, when I enter another contract with them, because now I've returned to the Georgia area, that's power when your reputation precedes and follows you. You can have all the credentials in the world, but if you ain't got no professional ethics, them credentials don't mean nothing. And you can have all the knowledge, skills, and ability in the world in your career or your job or your profession, but if you don't have integrity, if you don't have ethics and integrity in terms of what you do, none of that means nothing, because it ain't gonna last. It ain't gonna last. And I'm telling you, that's what it's all about in terms of when you're doing all this marketing as a businessman or woman. Make sure, it don't matter what your knowledge, skills, abilities, or credentials are, make sure you have integrity and ethics in everything you do, in addition to the powerful marketing. So again, that's all I have. Make sure you mark your calendar for June the 24th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be ready to get down to business. That's all I have. Simplify, simple fidelity. So I'm going to leave you in the care of your own conscience. Have a great day.